Here are the items you need: a mason jar, some burlap ribbon. I got some thin ribbon. I got picks from the dollar store, some little flowers. You can find these online or at Michael's, and a couple of these little trinkets from the baby section in the dollar store. We're going to hot glue the burlap ribbon around the mason jar. Give it a little glue. Now that we have our ribbon secured to the jar, we're going to start putting our picks on here. So I'm going to just cut the bulbs down and hot glue them to the ribbon. We have our little bulbs all glued down. So now I'm just going to stick these little picks. They come in all different colors in the baby section. And I believe you get 10, 12, 18, depends on which pack you pick. And I'm just going to hot glue them right in the middle of this little flower. We added our little decorations on top of our little blue balls, and now we are done. That's the finished project. We're going to move on to our next one. We already put the burlap ribbon on the mason jar, so now we're going to take some ribbon and we're going to add a pink and a yellow rocking horse onto the ribbon, and then we're going to put that to the side. I'm just going to cut the stems off these flowers. You can find these at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, or you can go on Amazon and order them. We're going to take some ribbon. I got this from Dollar Zone, and it's a boy on here. We're just going to take a little hot glue and just wrap it around the stems. We're now just going to attach our flower to the ribbon with the glue. And yes, that glue gets hot, so I would definitely recommend getting one of these little pink fingertips. You get 3 in a pack from the dollar store. And now we're just going to add our little ribbon with our rocking horses. And we're just going to tie the ribbon around the jar a couple times. And then we're going to be done. And for our final jar, I mix the flowers together. And once I attach them, I'm just going to add some ribbon to them. Now, I did do 24 jars. I did not video all 24. I just tried to make each one different. A couple of ones we did do the same because my daughter helped me do some near the end. But at the end of the video, I will show you a couple more of the jars that we did do. Now that we're done wrapping, I'm just going to cut the excess of the stems off. And then we have like a little bouquet, and just add some glue and stick it on the jar, and then we're finished with this one. Now we're going to make the hot air balloon. So I got the ribbon from the dollar store. It's the blue lace, and the paper mache. You can buy them at Hobby Lobby. You get 3 in a pack for $8, and I think it's 9, 12, and 14. Now this is a 16, which I got from Amazon. When you put the ribbon on the paper, put it inside of the lining and then run it down. The paper is very thin, so you have to be careful because you will get rips and tears in this before it's over. So if it's really a bad tear, then just go ahead and try to cover it up. So like I said, you take the ribbon lace, you put it inside, and then we're just going to run it straight down that line. And here and there, I dabbed some glue so it wouldn't lift up. And then we're going to cut it at the end and do the same thing. We're going to put the ribbon inside on the metal frame. And now I'm going to do the same thing. And then it's just ribbon, has the rattles on it. And I also got that from the baby section in the dollar store. So I'm just going to do every other. One lace, one satin ribbon. And once I'm done putting on the ribbon, I'm going to put that aside, and then we're going to start working on the basket and the sticks that are going to go inside. I'm just going to wrap the doll stick with some twine. Now you can use ribbon, twine, because I did use ribbon on one. Or you can paint them, or you can leave them as natural. Is your decision. Now this basket I got from Hobby Lobby. Now it was on sale for 50% off. Now you see that I have ribbon in the holes. And the reason why I did this was I want to be able to glue the burlap ribbon onto that ribbon. So if she wants to use the basket after and does not like the ribbon, she can take everything off. Use the Pampers and everything, and she can still keep the basket without the burlap. So that way she can just cut it off. There's no glue or any sticky substance on the actual basket because everything was glued to those little ribbons. That was just my idea. You don't have to do it. You can wrap it around and leave it the way it is. Now, by me putting the ribbon at the end, there was ribbon inside, and I was able to stick the dowel right into that ribbon without having to worry about putting glue. Now, you can wrap everything around, use the glue, and then you can use the glue inside the dowel. I'm just giving you a choice of how to set it up. Now I'm going to take the Pampers, roll them up. I'm going to take those little hair rubber bands that you get from the dollar store. I think you get either 100 or 500, and they come clear or black. So I'm just going to use them to hold the Pampers together, and I'm just going to roll enough to cover the outside of the basket. Now that we have all our Pampers, so now what I'm going to do is take 2 large rubber bands, as you are going to need those, and I'm going to take them and put them on the basket, and then I'm going to lay the Pampers in between. So I'm only going to take the first rubber band that we put on and lay the Pampers on it. See, I took it off. And once I have them going all the way around, then I'll add the second one. This way it's easier. And you just take it, start at the corner, and go all the way around. Now we have all our Pampers, we lined them up, we make sure everything is the way we like it, and then we're going to take the second rubber band and just to add more security to the Pampers since we're not gluing them to the ribbon. Now, since these are good Pampers and we don't want her to waste them, we're going to take some burlap and we're going to put it to the corners, and that's how we're going to attach the ribbon to the Pampers. Because remember, these are Pampers and they are usable. So we're just going to glue, like I said, the ribbon to the burlap patch that we put on, and we're going to just hit the four corners. Now you can do more than four corners, but like I said, I really would like for her to use the Pampers because Pampers are expensive. So once we do that, we're just going to take the ribbon that we got from the dollar store from the baby shower section. They had a lot of ribbon to choose from, and we're just going to take the ribbon once we have it set switch weighted on the burlap, and we're just going to go all the way around. I'm going to take the ribbon all the way around the basket, and then once we get to the area where we first started, we're going to take the ribbon, cut it, fold it, and lay it on top of that area, and then we're going to be done with the ribbon around the basket. We're now going to attach the balloon to the dowels. So I use tack glue because I was afraid if we put hot glue on this that it would rip the paper. So I just put a little bit on the tip of each one and just place the balloon down on top. Now, if you use a smaller basket and a bigger balloon, you can take the stick and put the sticks inside, or you can do it the way I did. It stayed on with no problem. Since I had some items left over, I took some ribbon, put one of the rattles through, tied the knot, and I'm going to attach the ribbon to the top part. So I end up doing 4 of the rattles on top. And then I just took some of that ribbon that I got from Dollar Zone and tied it at the bottom and just curled the ends. I took one of the rattles and I added some ribbon to it and just curled it up. There's a metal little hook that hangs underneath the balloon, so I decided just to put that on there just to add a little something to it. Now, I got this blanket from the dollar store, so I'm just fold it up nice and neat and just stick it in the bottom of the basket. And then I'm just going to put my shower gifts inside. I decided to add just a couple of them in there just to fill up the basket. Since this was a drive-by baby shower, we didn't put any favors in this basket. Now, on one of the smaller ones, we did wrap the utensils and left that outside so as people were grabbing, they could just take it as they were leaving. But you can use your basket, like I said, to put your gifts in, or you can use it to put favors in. And we're going to finish off by putting this adorable little bunny in the front of the basket. We got this little basket from TJ Maxx. I took the rubber duckies from the dollar store and the other little animals that I got from Target Dollar Spot and wrapped them up with some washcloths and put them in this basket. And here's one of the smaller balloons that we decorated. Well, my loves, this is the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed the little DIYs that I showed you for this baby shower. As always, thank you for stopping by and spending time with me. You are truly appreciated. Leave me a comment. Also, subscribe to my channel. And if you hit that notification button, you can continue to go on this journey with us. Have a blessed day. Remember, it costs nothing to be kind, and I will see you in our next video.